Hi everyone, this is Priyanka working as Assistant Professor in SNS College of Engineering. Today we are just going to see about the OSI Security Architecture in detail. First of all, here the classification of OSI Security Architecture. OSI Security Architecture, it mainly consists of security attack, security mechanism and security services. Let us see in detail security attack. In the case of security attack, it is a process of gaining an access of data by unauthorized user. Your first step is you are just accessing the data whenever you need it. First of all, you have to access your data. In case if you need any modification of your data, in that case you can use this modification process. In case if you want to destroy or delete the data, in that case you can use delete. These are the three steps in which is used in the security attack. First is accessing the data, modifying the data, and destroying the data. Here are two types of security attacks are available. First is your passive attack, next is your active attack. Let us see passive attack in detail. In the passive attack, no data modification will be done. That means here data can be accessed, in the sense no data can be modified by the hackers or other users. Only just you can read the message. Here in this case of passive attack, it mainly consists of two things, that is releasing the message content. We can just release the message content. Then next is your traffic analysis. We can just see the traffic analysis. Let's see in detail. Releasing the message content. Here the third party only access the data. Here in case let us see Bob and Alice, they are just sending the data. Bob is sending a message to Alice through internet, in which a person that he is a hacker. He is at the middle. He is just reading the message, reading the content of the message that is sent from the Bob to Alice, so that he can just read the message, in which he can't modify the message unless since it is a passive attack. Next is traffic analysis. Analyzes the traffic and modifies the data that has to be used. In this case here modification will be taking place, in which Bob is sending to Alice, in which through the purpose of internet a hacker is in between. Then it analyzes the traffic. Based on the traffic, here modification can take place at any cases. Next is your active attack. In the case of the active attack, here the data modification will be done without, they can read the data, in which they can also modify the data, and then they will be sending to the next person. These types of active attack, it mainly consists of masquerade, then data modification, replay, denial of service. First is your masquerade. Here a sender sends the message to the receiver. Here the sender will send a message to the receiver, that is Bob sending a message to Alice in center. Here that plays a vital role, in which he modifies the data and then send to the receiver in the name of the sender, so that he just modifies. Bob is sending a message, that in the case person A is sending to person B. The B thinks that the message has been sent from the person A, so that B doesn't know that hacker is in between, and he have been modified the data and he have been sent. This is called as a masquerade. Next is data modification. Third party access the data that is sent by the sender and then receives, and he modifies the data and sends to the receiver. Here same the modification will be taken place in the case of a data modification. Next, replay. Replay in the sense he receives the data twice. Here in this case, we are just receiving the data twice, so that the receiver doesn't know who have been sent the message, which message is a true one, so that twice the message will be sent. This is called as a replay. Denial of service. Denial of service in the sense third party interrupts the services that is sent by the server. Server will be sending services, in which a third party will send multiple of requests to the server, in which this will lead to the denial of service, in which the receiver cannot send the message at a time. These are all comes, and these once let me tell. Active attack and passive attack. Active attack, active attack mainly consists of releasing the message content.